Hello, good morning, friends. Welcome to Stampin' for Fun. I'm excited to be here, and I hope everything is going well with this live stream. It does have the red live in the corner. So something you need to, let me introduce myself. My name is Genevieve Coe. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Markham, Ontario, Canada, and I love to share stamping. But one of the things that sometimes I find interesting is that using technology changes from one week to the next. So I was trying to set up to go live here, and there were a few different things from before. And so I love it when you join in and just confirm that you can hear me, that everything is oriented the right way. I'm excited to share. Something that I love to do is stamp and create. I didn't think I was the kind of person who enjoyed doing crafts a long time ago, but a friend introduced me to it and just showed me how easy it was. And that totally changed my world, especially when I realized that I could get inspiration from other people. So I hope to be some inspiration for you today in terms of sharing some fun projects and show you how easy it is to create using Stampin' Up! Products. Also, during these lives, I try to hop in once a week at least on Tuesday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern. So, wherever you are in the country, you are welcome to watch and enjoy and comment. I love to read your comments, so go ahead and say hello. Let me know where you're from. Um, just I just love feeling like we're having a little coffee time or a little chat over, you know, hanging out together. So I love to read your comments, and I do like to pick a winner from the comments just to send a little happy mail to. So don't be shy at all, whether this is your first time joining in and watching my live video or whether it's your 100th time. I'm very excited that you're here. So I don't see any comments or anything. So, oh, hello, Carolyn. Okay, I saw a comment. See, that's what I mean. Every time it's a different story. Oh, good morning, Maureen from Newfoundland. Okay, so wonderful. Some news from the Stampin' for Fun Craft Cave. I've been a demonstrator for over 15 years, so there's always like things rolling in my head that I want to do, that I want to share, that I want to let you know about. So, one thing you need to know about is that I am still going to have my annual customer appreciation event. So, I've typically done it sometime between Christmas and New Year's. And this year, I'm actually going to do it after New Year's on January the 7th. So the new kind of January mini catalog will be live, and I can hand that out at the event. And so if anybody who has shopped with me in the past year is welcome to attend for only $15. And that $15 will be waived if you place a qualifying order at the event. I can't wait to I'll have display boards, I'll have you know, snacks. I'll have make and takes, of course, so you can come make cards. I will be renting a hall. That's part of the reason why I had to charge this year. In the past, I did it at my house and my whole family was involved, but I'm feeling like we need to go to a hall instead of at my house. Just I just feel better with everything going on. So if you I love the comments. I don't know who just said that one. Oh, Jennifer. Okay, I'll get to that, Jennifer. She's curious about how my first on-stage experience went as a staff member for Stampin' Up. So I will. I'm happy to share my stories. Whenever you join my Facebook Lives, you never know what you're going to get. It's mostly me just sharing because I really see this as a time for us to connect and enjoy each other's company and have conversation together. So yes, so I wanted to tell you about that. If you are local or if you can come to Markham, anybody who shopped with me the past year can attend, and you just need to pre-register and prepay. And if you do place an order at the event, then I will refund you your registration fee. If you haven't shopped with me in the past year, but you still want to attend my customer appreciation event, the kind of registration fee is just a little higher. And Yes, but there's still time before the end of the year. Any order counts, so that you get an invitation to the customer appreciation event on January the 7th. I'll have my amazing, famous buy one, get one table and snacks and treats and stamping. Okay, so that's one announcement. Second announcement, if you get my email newsletter list, you will have seen that we had a great time stamping the Christmas cards last week at the Christmas card making fundraiser. So thank you to all of you who supported. Thank you to all of you who participated. And I'm going to be doing another fundraiser for our missions team at our church that is going to Bluefields, Nicaragua. My husband will be going back. They haven't gone since 2019. I may have gotten a lot of my gray hairs from that experience when they went to Bluefields and my husband's flight couldn't get back because they were closing the borders and COVID and everything. But we are very thankful that everything went okay and they're ready to head back to continue the work that they're doing down there, partnering with the local community down there in Nicaragua. So I would encourage you to register. I have the link in the description here. And the earlier you register, the better. And what you'll receive for your registration fee is the Light the Candles birthday card making kit. It's an all-inclusive kit that includes the stamp set, the ink, the little block, everything you need to make these cute birthday cards. Plus, as a bonus, I'll be including 2 additional cards that I'll design using that stamp set. So you can either register and join me on Zoom to create the cards and socialize with me, or you can purchase it and gift it. So I know the holidays are coming up and you're looking for fun gifts for people. So think about registering for this fundraiser because you'll get an awesome gift. And at the same time, you'll be making a difference for the people in Bluefields, Nicaragua. So thank you very much for your consideration. Okay, Jennifer, in response to your question, yes, gosh, was it last week? Maybe it was the week before, but my head might have still been spinning after last week. So Stampin' Up! Offers these great events. Um, and they kind of change here and there, but the one that we just had was called On Stage. And it's basically like an annual convention for demonstrators. So you have to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator to have the opportunity to attend. And what else do you need to know? So if you're not a demonstrator, you should think about becoming one just for the sake to be able to go to these events because we got to see a sneak peek of all lots of fun stuff coming up in the next mini catalog. Um, and I think the best part really was being able to see other people in person and live. And because it's really been a while since they had a live event. I think it was like 2019 was the last one or something. So, well, I guess they did one in the summer, but in terms of for all demonstrators, it was the first one. I know some of our Teen Stick girls went, they had like a live one in Vienna, and then they had these little local locations. So I was in the Montreal one, and it was the first time that I was there kind of really kind of behind the scenes and being a staff member there. So for those of you that don't know, I'm also um, demonstrator development manager with Stampin' Up. That's a new role for me. I just started in the summer. I've been a demonstrator for 15 years. I've been a staff member with Stampin' Up for, I don't know, 4 months or whatever, 3 months. Who knows what it's been? Not very long. But I think it went really well. I definitely didn't try to do anything too rogue or too crazy. I just followed what I was supposed to do. And Stampin' Up is great about organizing everything so everybody knew what they were supposed to do. So I just kind of stuck to the thing. I might go, I won't go really wild the next time, but I think next time I can let my personality come through a little bit more when I'm presenting on stage. I was pretty careful to just stick with the script. So it was fun. It was fun. And it was fun because it was in Montreal and I got to also meet a lot of the French demonstrators that I hadn't met in person before. And so it was great. And some of the Team Stick girls went and it was great to see them. So overall, it was a great event, mostly because I got to see people and we just got to, there's something about all being together in the same room with the energy. So that's what I thought. Okay, so speaking of me having a full-time job, It also means I'm not, I say this every week, and so I should stop saying it because you guys probably all know, but there's always new people that I don't, and plus my personality is not super, super um, formal style. I'm more casual. Like I said, I love to pretend you're just in my home and we're having a chat. So my craft table is a little bit in disarray because this weekend it felt like it was the first time in a long time where I could just sit down and play. I was participating in the swap with my Team Stick Sisters and I wanted to make that. And so the table's a little bit not as neat and tidy as I would have liked it to be. So things might be a bit all over the place, but we are going to stamp. Okay, so let me know if you've ever stamped before, what you enjoy about stamping if you've stamped. I am happy to kind of connect with you. I love sharing stamping, and I still get super excited every time I make something. Like, I just can't believe I did it because I'm not somebody that ever thinks that I can make beautiful things, but somehow with Stampin' Up! Product, it makes it easy. So thank you for joining me. Let's flip this around and we'll do a little stamping. I'll think if there's anything else to share too. I don't know if I shared all the news. Okay, so let's see what we can do. At least I did remember to stick my little camera mount on. And hopefully you can see that there. Oh, see, scraps everywhere, things going on. Okay, first thing I wanted to show you, just for a little bit of inspiration and fun, is I want to share with you some of the swap cards from the onstage event. So swaps are something that we like to do, which is basically to create cards or projects and we share them. Oh gosh, my hotel key obviously never got returned. And so I didn't have to swap. And as a staff member, I was so busy preparing so many other things. But it's like I couldn't go. So literally the morning before I was heading to the airport for the event, I sat down at this table and I whipped off 10 really simple cards. I thought they were still lovely. Simple doesn't mean they were unattractive. I thought they were still cute. So I even used our note cards and envelopes, so I didn't have to cut any bases. And so that way I could kind of trade and come back with some different samples because I wanted to share with you the cards that I received in my swap. So hopefully you get some fun inspiration from this and it gives you an idea of kind of the inspiration you get when you go to a Stampin' Up! Event. It's all around you. Okay, so this card using the cute gnomes. I like the color choices here. I don't know who's, I want to give credit to the people who gave me the cards. Oh, here's so cute. So cute. What a nice embossing folder. Okay, and who is this from? This is from Handmade by Papier Passion. I don't know who made this though. Oh, Therese. Okay, thank you, Therese, for your card. Oh, this is using the new Fitting Florets bundle. Do I have it here? Framed florets. So this designer series paper is only available while supplies last. So this is a beautiful sample using that exclusive designer series paper and the bundle that is available now. Okay, so that's a beautiful card. Okay, this is using the Lights Aglow paper. I think that paper is sold out right now. I don't know if you can see this. Who's this? Oh, that's from Jasan. Thank you. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is very beautiful. Obviously I haven't even had time. This is from Michelle Sturgeon. She's using the this teacup is from the annual catalog, but she's using some of the sprigs and greenery from some of our other um, dies and made it into a beautiful Christmas card. Oh gosh, this is really lovely. And I love how she heat embossed the teacup. Tell me what you think about these swap cards in the comments. Oh, this is using the texture sheet. Oh my gosh, these cards are beautiful. I'm so happy. See, it was so worth it. Even though I was running to the airport, it was so worth it to whip off some cards so that I could get these beautiful cards back. This is the texture sheet designer series paper. I like how, who is this from? Jenna. Jenna's Crafting Studio. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your card with us. Okay. Oh, this is a stamp set from the holiday catalog and the new embossing folder here. Who's this from? Messy Stamper, Sonia. Thank you, Sonia. Okay. Oh, I've got so many French cards. Okay. Que chaque instant de cette journée. Every instant of this day bring lots of smiles. Sylvie, thank you. What a pretty card. I wish you all the happiness of the world. Oh, this is the designer series paper I used on my swap card as well. It's gorgeous. It might be back ordered. I think it might have sold out during the seasonal sale. I hope some of you took advantage of that last week. Okay, this is my little, all these things. Oh, Celine Kempton. Oh, she's using the Santa delivery set. Is this the Santa delivery set? No, I don't think so. This is a different penguin. See, this I was thinking she was using that penguin, but super cute. Oh, another one from Celine, using our new in colors, Orchid Oasis, beautiful. And then this one's from Jennifer, thank you. Trees for sale. I love non-traditional Christmas cards. I love the pink on this. And then another swap card I received here. Again, using that beautiful floral designer series paper there. I don't know who that's from. Sorry, I don't have the who created it. But thank you, everyone, for sharing your swap cards with me in Montreal. I'm so happy for that and happy to share it with you. Okay, so let's get to some stamping. Just a reminder that all my important links are here if you haven't checked it out. If you're interested in registering for the Lights, Light the Candles, Birthdays for Bluefields fundraiser, this is where you sign up. If you're interested in signing up for my customer appreciation event, make sure to sign up. And what else can I tell you? Yeah, if you want to head to my online store to shop, here's where you go. Okay, Linktree/Stampin' for Fun with a dot between the R and the EE. Okay, so who remembers what our product of the month is? It is the Santa's Delivery stamp set and bundles. So I've got the dies here, and I want to get crafting because I'm really excited about our card today. Not only are we going to make a card, but we're actually going to add some special glimmer to it, and I hope it'll be a fun technique that you can use all. You can just add to your I don't know, your backpack of crafting tricks. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to use a Granny Apple Green base for the card. Whoa, I always keep all my scraps. You never know when you're going to need them. Okay, and then we'll cut our card base. So I'm sorry, I haven't pre-cut everything. So now those of you who placed an order last month in October and your order was $60 or more and you shopped online on my online store and used the host code, you would have qualified to receive the make and take packet for these cards that I've been showing this month. And if you're a Team Stick girl, you can just order the packet as part of our little Team Stick perks. So go ahead, if you have your packet, you can go ahead and craft along with me. And if you want the packets that for the cards that I'm going to be showcasing next month, which actually speaking, we'll be focusing on the framed floret stamp set. You're going to want to place your online order before the end of the month, minimum $60 using the host code listed in the description. And then that way I will mail you the 4 pre-cut card pieces for next month and you can craft along. Okay, so we're going to go with more traditional colors, red and green. So we've got our Granny Apple Green base. I'm going to put a layer of real red. Okay, so for some reason, all the comments have stopped appearing. For a while, they were coming, and now they've stopped. Gotta love technology. So if you're asking me a question, I'm sorry, I can't see it, but maybe it'll pop up again. Okay, so that'll give us a nice layer. What I did is I cut it at 4 inches by 5¼ inches. Okay, but if you do get the card packet as a thank you for your order, everything will pretty much already be pre-cut. And then I'm going to grab some basic white cardstock here. Let's see whether I have a piece. And then we're going to go down another 1/4 inch so that it will be 3 3/4 by 5. Let me see whether, yeah, 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, and so that will make our 3rd layer for the card. Oh, Maureen's like, we're just watching intently. Oh, okay. I don't have a lot of faith, obviously, in how this whole system works. I just think maybe nothing shows up. Okay, and so what I want to do is I want to create some texture here on the card. And so I'm going to use our awesome embossing folders. And I love it that Stampin' Up! Stuff coordinates. They actually design it intentionally so that the products work together. That's one of the huge benefits of Stampin' Up! Products. And so this charming landscape embossing folders is actually part of this Santa's Express suite. So it's meant to coordinate really nicely with the stamp set that we're using today. And I'm going to go with the mountain scenery. It is nice to kind of have a bit of a background. It feels like it's scenery, plus at the same time it adds texture. Now, I totally know that this embossing folder is not large enough to cover the whole piece, but I'm not super concerned. I am going to just make sure it is a little more at the top, okay, because I'm going to put something happening down here, so I think it's okay that there's nothing going on down here. So let's run that through our cut and emboss machine, and we'll get our nice background. We'll sort of have like a mountain scene back there, okay. And so if you're thinking of getting the Santa's Express suite, then yeah, think about getting the whole suite, because then you'll get the designer series paper that coordinates these embossing folders. You'll get the bundled price for the stamp set and dies. So now when we're using the embossing folders, let me make sure I have this straight. I think it's platform 1. Our embossing folder, actually, I think they recommend that the hinge goes in first, so I will do that. And then our cutting plates. Let's give that a try. Yep. So we'll run that through. Bonjour, France. Yes, I think I got to meet France in Montreal. That was kind of fun. It's fun to meet some of you that I only get to see online. There we go. Wow, so happy. Okay, that makes me really happy. That's what I was saying. The thrill of the whole thing has not dulled for me. I love making these pretty things. Okay, so already I'm excited. We've got a few things going here. We've got our layer, we've got this. Okay, I'm not going to glue it down because I want to share something fun with you. But why don't we keep going with building our scene? Because what we need now is, I think we're going to stamp our little Santa. So let's stamp Santa. And you guys are going to have to chat with me while I color him, because I think that adds to the fun if he's nicely colored. So our stamps, this stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set, which is easy to apply to our blocks. You just peel it off the acetate in the stamp set. It comes like this. You just peel it off, put it on the block, and when you're done, you'll be able to peel it off and put it back. So let's do that. I'm going to use our Memento black ink to get our Santa train outline. I don't know if my ink pad needs to be juiced up, but I think we're okay. Okay, and let's color him in. Of course, I'm going to try to coordinate with the cardstock I have. So let's see if I can find the Granny Apple Green. Yep, I've got the Granny Apple Green blends. And then I'm also going to use some red. I don't know if I have the real red. What's this? Yeah, this is a dark real red. We can use that. I don't know if I have a light real red, but anyway, we'll use that. And then I think we'll use some smoky slate if I have some. Light smoky slate, dark smoky slate. That will work. Okay, or we can also use our black marker. I was thinking for the mittens, we could do that. So I was just letting the ink dry, and let's have fun coloring. I love that the blends come, when you purchase the blends, you do get both shades. So am I using the light or the dark? Light. Okay, so let's use our light, and I'm just going to color in these little triangles. there it is double-sided, so I'll try to do it a little bit quickly so that you don't have to stare at me coloring. Of course, if you're coloring along because you earned the free make and take kit, or you're one of the Team Stick girls that ordered the kit, then you'll probably need the time to color as well. Okay, so the reason why I chose the Granny Apple Green blends, obviously, is because I wanted to coordinate with the card base. So let's color the rest of the train with the dark Granny Apple Green. This is a larger space. I probably could have used the brush tip. Okay, and we'll just come right in. Now the blends, I mean, the reason they're called blends is that you can actually do some pretty artistic effects to create a really nice blending and shading. But if you don't feel super artistic, they work fantastic just to color the way I am, just laying down the color. And the difference between the blends markers and our regular Stampin' Write markers is that these ones are alcohol based. And I do find that the color just lays down a little more smooth. Like you don't see the watery, streaky marks that you would see with regular water-based markers. And so even though I'm not an artist, I feel like it gives a pretty professional look. Okay, so there we go. Okay, hello. Who ever heard of a green chain? But I think in Santa's world, it is totally acceptable to have a green chain. What do you think? And then what we'll do, I'll color his little mittens black. So fun. And Santa, I'm not going to go too wild. Santa does need a red suit and a red hat because he just wouldn't be Santa if he was wearing a different color suit, in my opinion. So we'll make sure that he's got his nice cheery red suit on. Okay, I'm not going to color his beard. I'm going to leave it white. So we'll color him. And if we wanted to sometimes get a little darker color, you can use a different shade of blend or just kind of keep pressing and going over. So I'm making the center a little darker. Okay, and then we'll use our smoky slate to do the wheels. Okay, so I'm using the brush tip here because I realized I have a larger surface area and it does make it a little smoother to lay down that color. Okay, maybe we'll use the dark one to fill in this little wheel here. Okay, so I'm just doing it really quickly. You can certainly take more time. And I think it's nice on this image to kind of add some color behind. So I think it really makes the Santa pop out when you do that. Okay, so I know you saw on the previous card, oh, I should get the previous cards we did earlier this month. Coloring in these images, it really helps to bring it to that next level. So let me just add a little color to Santa's face so he doesn't look too, although I can't imagine he gets much sun in the North Pole, but anyway, we'll just add a little bit of color to his face there. Okay, so there's our Santa. Let's cut him out. So I'm going to bring back my cut and emboss machine, but you'll see the dies here. Let me pull these dies in. There's this fun railroad track one, so I'm going to use this one with some basic black cardstock. And I think that will just help the train to be kind of running on the track. It'll be kind of fun. Let me just look for a scrap of basic black. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some of our adhesive sheets. If you've never used our adhesive sheets before, I highly recommend that you get yourself a pack. You can just order it on my online store, and I'll show you why. They turn any die into a sticker. So I always kind of cut the pieces I need. So I think just don't look. Should probably use a trimmer so it's straight, but you're going to see it doesn't really make a difference because it's the part that goes behind the cardstock. So let's adhere that on. So I'm just peeling off this backing here. Okay. And so that I'm adhering this adhesive sheet right to the cardstock. Okay. And then we are going to die cut our train track on the other side, and it will turn our die cut into a sticker. So it makes it really easy to adhere. Especially, I think it's super useful. I mean, the reason why I'm not doing it for the Santa is because when we cut it out, it'll be kind of big enough, easy to apply adhesive, easy to put on glue, not tricky at all. There we go. And let's put that on. Now, if we're doing die cuts, we are going to need this thin die adapter before we apply the cutting pad. Cut that out. I'm wondering if there's a way we can put both on there at once. Maybe. And we'll get our little train. Stick that on. And then pop that on top. Okay, so we'll roll that out. Am I okay there? I feel like something moved. Oh, this is why, because this piece is like too long. Okay, let's see what it'll go through. Okay. It might affect the lining up of my die. Okay, that's what I get for not paying attention. Okay, so I was a little off, but not too bad. Still looking good. And then we have our little railroad track here. Okay, now I can't wait to show you this next little bit because I'm going to show you a way to kind of add glitter. If you're like me, you can never go wrong with a little bit of pizzazz. Can we really have too much glitter? Sometimes you can, because we don't want to go all, sometimes we don't want to be too Vegas and have brassy glitter, but sometimes we want a shimmer of something. And I felt like this is almost like a magical scene. Like what I'll do is I'll put the train track down here. I'll do that after. Right? So this is almost like our little magical scene. Wouldn't it be nice if there was like a little bit of shine and shimmer? So let me show you how I decided to add some shimmer to this card. Okay, so I did tell you that I didn't prepare everything ahead of time, so I hope I can find everything I need. So first thing we'll need is our Wink of Stella brush. If you're not familiar with Wink of Stella, you need to become familiar with her. I will show you how she works. And then we need a spritzer. So just let me dig around and see if I can find my spritzers. I have a spritzer here. Does this work? No, it's got blue in it. Oh, here we go. We've got a spritzer. I think it's already loaded up from the last time I did this technique, but I'm going to show you how to do the technique so you know how. So our spritzers, they're really inexpensive. They're in the annual catalog. I can't remember. If you look in the description, I put in the link. There should be a supply list where you can see how to order the spritzers, okay? They're just little tiny vials, but what I really like about them is that when you spray it, it's a very fine mist. It doesn't like make things super wet. And so what I did is I put some alcohol, not the kind you drink. I don't know. This is isopropyl alcohol, 99%. Okay, so I just got it from the local pharmacy, and you open this up and you pour the alcohol into the barrel. Okay, before you close it, what you do is now, the reason why I use alcohol instead of water is I find that the alcohol dries faster, so it doesn't make your card sopping wet. And then you're actually going to take your Wink of Stella and you're going to squeeze where it says push. It actually says push on the barrel. And you're actually going to push so that the ink like drips out. So normally when you're using this brush, like the normal way to use this brush, let me move this barrel. I hope it doesn't spill. Like say if I wanted to add a little bit of glimmer to Santa's hat, all I have to do is just paint it on with our brush tip. Okay, and it gives just a wink. I don't even know if you can see it in the camera. Okay, but it just gives, so that's what I mean. It's not too Vegas, not like too in your face. It's almost like a magical kind of glimmer. That's why it's called Wink of Stella. It's just a tiny wink. I don't even know if you can see it in the camera, but trust me, it's there and it's beautiful. So that's how you would normally use the brush. But to add, I'm actually adding some of that glitter into the barrel by squeezing this and letting lots of it come out. When you first buy the Wink of Stella, by the way, it has no ink in here. It's all in this barrel, and you actually have to unscrew it and remove some sort of, it says it in instructions, but there's like almost a little, I don't know the word for it. It's just like a little blocker that you remove so that, and then you screw it on again and it actually allows the ink in the barrel to flow out. So when you first get it, you'll have to remove that little, it's not a coin, but I can't remember the word. You remove it and then you put it back in and then you kind of squeeze once or twice and just enough to kind of get the brush loaded up. Yeah, it's like a little black ring. Just enough to get the brush loaded up. And then you're fine to start using it and painting it. But so then you don't really need to push again. But because we're doing this technique, you will push again and you'll let the ink fall into here. Okay, so that's what we're doing. And then you replace this. And then what I would normally do is get some kind of box, like a little box, so that I'm not spraying my whole craft area. So this is not pretty, but it doesn't matter. I don't even know if you can see it in the camera here, but right, like we'll just have a little box here and then we'll put our, you can't really see it, but I'm just leaning the card up against the box and then I can spray. I don't know, but anyway, I'll hold it here so that you can kind of see. I recommend spraying it upright, okay, so that it's standing upright and you're spraying, okay, because the spritzer works better. Okay, that's just my little experience there. I just want to share all my tips with you, but I do recommend using the box if you can. And then you just at a distance and you spray. Oh, you got to shake this, by the way, shake the spritzer to combine the alcohol and the glitter. Okay, and you're just going to spray. You only need like 1 or 2 spritzes and it's enough. Can you see it? Okay, it's like the angels are singing, my friends. I don't know if you can see it, but it's awesome. It's just of course, there's the smell of alcohol in the air and you feel like you're in a doctor's office, but you only need like 2 or maybe 3 spritzes at most. Okay, to give that extra shimmer and shine. So anyway, that made me really happy. And so I wanted to share that with you. Okay, it doesn't take long to dry because it is alcohol. And you see it? Yay, Serena sees it. And so that is a fun way to add that extra glimmer to your card. Okay, so we'll pop that on. Now our card is almost done. So you can imagine like how fun it would be to use that glimmer spray. You can use it for your tags, you can use it for your cards. I would avoid maybe putting it on your face, but you have fun with that idea. Okay, and so just remember I applied the adhesive sheet, so all I have to do now is peel that off, and our little train track is, I don't know what this is. Let's just move that. Here's our little train track. Okay, I should have cut it ahead of time, but no problem. We can just kind of trim the end here. There we go. Okay, and there's Santa coming along. Let's put some dimensionals. I packed my dimensionals away. I don't know, so we'll just have to use these mini dimensionals in the meantime. I think it's nice to pop them up. Can you really have too many dimensionals? Okay. And so we'll peel off the backing. Our card is almost done. And then let's grab our real red cardstock and we'll put a little sentiment up here to finish it off. Okay, so I don't know what's a good width, maybe 3/4 of an inch. So let's try that. We'll cut 3/4 of an inch. And I think that'll be enough, hopefully, to pop our sentiment. And there's a few sentiments in this stamp set, but I'm going to use the one that says Santa Claus is coming to town. Ooh, the snow puff paint along the track would be great. Whoa. Yeah, that would be. I haven't used the puff paint in a long time, so I'm not going to try it here, but I think that is a great suggestion. You could just put a couple of puffs on there, right? Okay, so we'll just, oh, Karen, I'm glad you think it's cute. Okay, I think it's cute too. And for those of you that missed on the previous weeks, I'll go try and find the previous cards so you can see them all together. Okay, so we'll just pop that on. Santa Claus is coming to town. And let me see, I think we'll have it going this way. Pop that here. And if we want, we can flag this end here. Okay, that already looks great, but let's add a little bit of something. I used the Sweet Sorbet when I originally made the card. This is the Parakeet Party. This is the In Color Twine, but I think it would be cute behind. So what I do when I add a little bit of ribbon here, I just put lots of adhesive and I just roll the twine around my fingers a bit. Okay. Okay. Oh, yay. I'm so happy. Let's put a few dimensionals here. When I use mini dimensionals, they just feel so small to me. I end up using more than I really need. The other day, well, actually, it was this morning, I looked in my coffee cup and there was a dimensional backing in it. Well, it wasn't coffee. I normally drink hot water. So in my hot water, in my mug, was a dimensional backing. They go everywhere. Okay. And there is our card. Okay, so today hopefully you learned some ways to add adhesive to your detailed die cuts. You've learned how to add glimmer, a fine spray of glimmer to the card. You've learned how to use the blends. Here's a sample of the card, but using the sweet sorbet ribbon. Okay, and then for those of you that missed out on the previous week's cards for this month, so this is like our final week using the Santa's delivery. Next month on Tuesday, I think it's going to be like a new month. I think it'll be December next week. That's actually kind of shocking. Anyway, so in the first week, do you remember we did this card? So all the different things you can just do with one stamp set, one bundle, right? So this is more non-traditional colors. I wanted to show you that. And then this was last week, how we really highlighted the designer series paper, but really added a bam with those cute penguins. And then this week's card. Okay, so if you want the make and take projects of the cards that I do, make sure that you place a minimum $60 order on my online store using the host code, and then you will be qualified to get the following month's make and take, so you'll be all set for next month. And of course, the other great way to get the pre-cut projects is to be a part of my Team Stick Stampers. You can order them each month for a flat $10 fee, and it's just one of the special perks of being on my team. Okay, so those are the cards for this month. All month we focused on the Santa's Delivery Bundle, the Santa Express Suite. So don't wait. If you're in love with it, go ahead and shop. I always appreciate your support and your shopping. And don't forget, anybody who shops with me qualifies to get that special price for my customer appreciation event. So you can find all that information here. And let me flip this camera over. Okay, thank you for joining me, guys. And we will see you next week with new projects. And I'll be focusing on some new product next month. And don't forget, I would love to have your support for the Birthdays for Bluefields card making. So go ahead and register there. The link is in the description. Thanks for joining me, friends. Have a fantastic day and a fantastic week. Bye for now.